What's up, peoples? Welcome to the Besides the Norm podcast. My name is Scoob. We'll take here. You alright?
That and fruits.
Yeah, good. Totally good in that. That was a track called Daft Rascal. That's a Daft Punk and Dizzee Rascal kind of mashup done by our good friend G-Force, aka RJ Cherry, who gets unbelievably like a lot of plays and like One Extra. He's been added on like the One Extra remix charts and shit like that. So he's had a lot of fucking downloads. I never actually checked how many views he had on that tune, but I imagine it's going to kind of creep up quite slowly. You brought up the fact that is that allowed? Are we allowed to play that?
Aye.
The usual thing is that we play music from Scotland, from artists from Scotland.
No, so I guess the real question would be whether G-Force has actually created anything.
Well, he's mashed the two tracks together. He's done like the same thing as what I used to do with two different tunes.
I know what remixing is, but has he made anything new?
What do you mean? You need to explain yourself.
As a creative artist, you create something, right? And so we play things that are created by Scottish artists, right? And technically, in a remix, you haven't created a new thing, you've meshed two already existing things together.
Well, I would argue that Dizzee Rascal is a grime artist. Stand Up Tall was one of the biggest grime tunes of that time. Proper grime tune. This track here by Daft Punk that is in the background is a bit of a kind of different kind of dancey vibe as well. So he's brought two genres of music together, I would say, to make something different. So
would you?
I would say it's allowed.
Argue that he's created a new kind of genre.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's
he needs to create something to be allowed. And you could say that he's created a new song by meshing two together, but that's a cop-out, right?
Right.
That we need if he'd is he put in like a
not as far as I could. I know what you're going to say. Not as far as I know.
What would you got?
Any kind of like extra remix kind of tendencies, like wee extra loops or anything like that.
Aye.
You're going to say that?
No.
Not as far as I know.
Right. So we'll let it slide this time.
We'll let it slide.
But I think we need to look at the rules more closely.
Well, then you can pick the music next time, so you can fuck off.
Actually, he's totally fine here.
It was actually a hard week this week, music-wise. Well, at least hip-hop-wise. What we usually try to do is pick two bands and then have at least some sort of hip-hop-y tune. And so this was the hip-hop choice. Unfortunately, this week was fucking terrible as far as a lot of kind of rap music goes. There was one tune, a new tune by Shogun that was released, but it was put on SoundCloud and not downloadable. You couldn't get it anywhere. It was just available on SoundCloud.
I thought to get on SoundCloud it needs to be on iTunes and stuff.
No.
How do you get?
Do you know what SoundCloud is?
Oh, SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
I didn't know I thought about Spotify there.
No. SoundCloud.
Idiot. God, I'm stupid.
So the track was available to listen to, but not available for streaming. Unfortunately, that's one of the downsides you get for new music a lot of the time, is that people will put up for streaming, like as like pre kind of order stuff, but then they put the pre-orders out, which is quite irritating sometimes.
But some people just do that, just putting tunes out.
Aye, basically as a
they didn't even plan anything.
One thing that fucking winds me up is there's so, and I'm going to go back on what I used to say. I used to love the fact there was like constant releases all the time and a few music videos for the really good tracks a lot of the time. But now it seems to be video after video after video after fucking video of Daft freestyle fucking, or they say freestyle, just them sitting outside the house rapping for a minute or two. It's cool to watch and stuff like that, but like as far as like airplay and stuff goes, it makes it difficult for me. I can't just play.
It's rubbish for airplay, but it's better for.
It's fantastic. I could watch that shit all day. I find it fucking fantastic. I'm not dissing it.
Well, see, that's the problem is that people are walking away for DJs and radio play.
Because it's unneeded.
Because it's unneeded. Aye,
that's it.
But we do a podcast, so we're going to start.
So we are looking for
making songs.
That's it. Because there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, I've got stuff coming out," and then they're like putting releases out like maybe once a year or something like that, and just concentrating on like the freestyle videos and music videos and stuff like that.
Do you like that? Because in Scotland, it seems that if you're an underground act, you need to put mixtape after mixtape after mixtape after mixtape, and then maybe put an album out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But big established acts are doing one album a year, 14 tracks in a year, and that's all they're doing that year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it better for people to do that, or?
I'm kind of indifferent to a lot of that, basically. You do what you want.
I think the problems with both is that, one, if you're only releasing 14 tracks a year, you're probably writing more than that.
Oh, yeah.
So what's happening with the rest of it? Are you just throwing it away?
Putting freestyle videos.
Aye.
That seems a lot of
But then if you're putting out mixtape after mixtape after, some of it's going to be shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But that's, as we were saying, that was we went a bit far with the chat there for that tune.
Totally.
That was a Daft Punk and Dizzee Rascal, a tune called Daft Rascal by RJ Cherry. Bootleg. Fantastic. So we've got another couple of tunes to play later on. Fantastic tunes. But first, it's been a crazy week for news. Sometimes we do struggle to find news and stuff like that, so we end up talking about ourselves because we're modest. And what happened this week is we have 10 fucking news stories. What we usually do is just before I'll pick a bunch of news stories that I like, Craig will find a bunch. But what's happened today is we've managed to, because sometimes we clash on a lot of the news stories. We only happen to clash on one, so we do have still 10 news stories rather than the 11.
Also, the problem is that it's meant to be news stories for the whole week, but sometimes once 2 or 3 days have passed, there's no point in saying that news. So it tends to be just for the past couple of days, which is the news stories, which is kind of upsetting, but
that's it. So we've got a few things that have come up that are like kind of passable things, no much conversation sort of bring up, so I can go through them, which will be mostly my ones, to be fair. Andy Murray fell apart at the US Open after a bizarre gong sound interrupted play. And this is one of the biggest fucking problems in tennis, is people either coughing and putting people off, and any fucking noise that like you most of the time, like even during like snooker games and stuff like that, you're told to turn your fucking phones off at the beginning because you can put people off. Andy Murray lost to Kei Nishikori in the quarterfinals at the US Open, losing control of the match after a bizarre sound over the loudspeakers interrupted play. Murray was up 2-1 and had a break point that would have given him a 2-1 lead in the first set against Nishikori. Murray seemingly had control of the point when something that sounded like a loud gong ran from the speakers. Aye. Bit of a fucking annoyance, man.
Was he about to hit the ball when the gong came on?
And that's what made him lose the game. That all-important gong sound made him fuck up.
No, he didn't get anything for that, does he?
Nah, basically.
He just has to accept that
Well, actually, he's lost at the US Open, which is like one of the biggest tournaments that he goes through. So he's lost because of an arsehole.
Sorry, he was winning and he suddenly just lost.
No. It was a break point, which is like when you try to explain this to somebody that doesn't care about tennis. From somebody that doesn't really care that much about tennis. You get like I come into actual point numbers you go up in, but you get like
15
30, 45 or whatever the fuck. If somebody gets like the 14 and then the other player gets a 14, they have to get a break point basically.
A 14?
Well, whatever the first one is.
15.
Just say you both get you get a 15, then the second player gets a 15. You have to play away to get the break point basically to get to the next number.
Huh.
It's fucking ridiculous, but that's what that is.
That's useless.
It absolutely is. It's pointless. I might also be wrong about that.
All right.
That's what a break point is. So he lost in that break point because of that.
Did he win the game though?
No.
Right. So he didn't lose the game because of the gong though, which is what the thing makes it.
Murray didn't wait for an answer and instead just walked away. Murray then spared the last before set. I could probably stop mumbling. But aye, unfortunately, due to a gong, loses the game.
No. He lost the game because he lost the game. He lost 1 point because of the gong. The gong didn't happen every single time he tried to hit the ball.
No, obviously.
So he just happened to lose the game.
Right.
I feel like that's a very unfair thing on the gong. We're blaming the gong for way too much there.
Anyway.
And the money just lost.
Anyway, stop gonging at fucking tennis. Or snooker games and shit like that. Fucking stop annoying people.
Can I go on with...
I go for you, man.
We've got some breaking news.
That was a bit of a shit story for us not caring much about tennis.
We've got some breaking news here, lads.
All right.
So I've been trying to write.
Just call everybody Lords.
Aye, shut it. I've been watching this story all day to try and get the accurate news, and the last time I checked, it was about an hour and a half ago, so it's probably wrong already.
Right.
So that's annoying. But there's been an active shooter situation in America. Oh,
as always.
Shock. So when I first got to this, the report was that 2 gunmen were suspected to be the shooters in the school, and that 1 student had been injured. It turns out after my shower that the 2 gunmen were females. 1 student has been shot. Turned out it was one of the gunmen that had shot herself, and another student has been shot and injured.
Jesus, right.
And that's the end of that, except in the college next to the school, or nearby the school, bomb threat.
The fuck?
So, somebody phoned up the police and said, don't stop me, I'm going to do this, or some shit. I should have wrote the quote down, but I didn't, so sue me. And so now they've had a lassie shoot herself in the face, shooting her lassie at the school. There's only 1 gunman girl thing.
Right.
And now there's a bomb somewhere.
Could that have been like them, like both of them planning that?
Deflection. Well, there's a bomb here. I've got a gun here.
Aye, but they've also done it at the wrong time.
But I said it's just 1 girl.
Aye, that's fucking mental, man. America's crazy, man.
So I'm guessing the situation is that 2 lassies have had a fallout. This lassie's got a conservative dad who's got a big AR-15 or whatever, because that's what they all do in America. And she's went to shoot this lassie, and then went, oh shit, I've shot a lassie. I'm going to shoot myself in the face.
Jesus.
And that'll get me out of it. Which kind of did. She's dead. Fucking hell.
Wow. Yeah. Should we talk about gun laws? Shit, again. We've spoken about this before.
Common sense, just...
Stop shooting people.
Aye, it should be common sense. Just stop shooting people. Because shooting is pretty serious. Like, if you punch somebody in the throat, they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But if you shoot somebody in the throat, there's not much coming back.
Is this big news in America right now? Is it like
I reckon. Probably no. It'll just be sort of, there's been an air shooting today.
Aye.
It's in Texas.
I mean, when I was in Florida, when I was wee, it was in like 2000, and there was like so much murdering. like we would have like an and finally. They were like, alright, cool, there's been like depicting more serious kills. It's fucking ridiculous. Crazy, man. Fucking unbelievable.
America's kind of shit, innit?
Aye. Again, it's so big that fucking stuff happens almost constantly.
Aye. And it sounds like bigger, whereas Texas is so far away from Washington, which is so far away from
If you think as well, they're so far away from different areas that there's like different climates available.
Well, Indiana is the same size as Scotland. So that's 1 state in America.
Texas is not like the same size as like fucking the UK, and a large portion of Europe as well.
Texas, I reckon.
I'm sure I heard that. Like, Texas is fucking massive.
Probably.
Texas actually swallows up most of America, seemingly, as well.
Texas what?
Swallows up most of America.
No.
Nah, is that not true?
There's 50 odd states in America.
I can't, but I can't where I heard that. Like, it's...
You heard of that bullshit?
It's like a huge fucking portion.
It is quite a big state. I think it's smaller than something. I reckon maybe it is. Alaska's quite big. It's just a big bit of ice.
Aye.
Alaska, which is attached to Canada. It's not actually attached to America. It is, man.
Yeah,
so active shooter. Well, no longer an active shooter.
Just deed in the heat.
Aye.
Wow.
So wow.
America. I'll go on the next one. As I say, I've got 10 stories. We're going to have to bash through these.
See, the problem is that we're going to bash through these too quickly, and then we're going to get to the end of the podcast and hear like 10 minutes left. And
I'm thinking that we'll just keep fucking talking. I think that we could just do that.
Cool.
We'll play the normal tune as normal at the same time, and we'll just keep talking if we end up going. North Korea bans sarcasm because Kim Jong-un fears people only agree with him, ironically.
Nah, see, right, this sounds like pish. This so automatically
from the
sounds...
Independent.
So?
Although everything that Kim Jong-un or that comes from North Korea sounds fucking mental.
Aye.
North Korea has forbidden people from making sarcastic comments about Kim Jong-un on his totalitarian regime in their everyday conversations. Even indirect criticism of the authoritarian government has been banned, Asian media reported. Residents were warned against criticising the state in a series of mass meetings held by functionaries across the country. This habit of the central authorities of blaming the wrong country when a problem's cause obviously, oh fucking hell, terrible Titan. This habit of the central authorities of blaming the wrong country when a problem's caused obviously lies elsewhere. Wow! I can't even read that, it's mental. Right, another mocking expression. A foot who cannot see the outside world was also said to be circulating the totalitarian state.
A foot that cannot see the outside world?
A foot. A foot. I'm fucking blind. A fool who cannot see the outside world was also said to be circulating in the totalitarian state, referring to the country's notoriously isolationist leader. So, banning sarcasm. I love that idea that you could ban a kind of way of talking.
Aye.
you just ban
so
that.
He's worried that people have been saying stuff like, I totally love being
he's brilliant, like, you know.
I love being in prison in the main house, it's absolutely amazing. So he's worried about people saying that.
So, basically, the way he does it.
Still fucking doing it then.
But he's not going to stop that because he's an idiot. But
oh god, he's so stupid, man.
It's
how was he the leader of fucking? Because his dad was.
Yeah. It's amazing that I always remember that fucking that he doesn't pee or shit or something like that. Was
that a real thing or was that just an interview?
It might be just a fucking interview or thing or something, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. And just the fact that he's sarcasm is fantastic. Just mainly towards him.
Did you kill somebody that designed an airport for him because it wasn't what he ordered, even though it was?
It wasn't like up to scratch or something.
It was he's such a fucking tool. He just, fuck me. He's like, you get the people with prick faces.
Mm-hmm.
He's like that in charge of a country. I didn't even understand. That's Trump. That's what Trump would be. Just fucking ridiculous pish all the time.
Don't say I've had small hands and shit like that.
Luckily, Trump is in a more... God, I'm saying this. Trump is in a more democratic country.
Ooh. Lies.
Wow. I can't believe that's true.
Right, well, I'll move on to the next news story. This kind of annoyed me a wee bit because it was something to do with what we were talking about the other day. Gary Johnson, our good friend, the Libertarian candidate for president, has set a new bar for ignorance on the campaign trail, failing to recognise the name of the city at the heart of the tragedy that is Syria. Basically, he forgot, or whatever, what Aleppo was. So they asked him, on the live MSNBC broadcast, somebody asked him, what would you do about the situation in Aleppo? And he said, what is Aleppo? What is it? And the guy explained what it was. And the guy went, aye, and then answered his question.
What was his answer? I'm curious.
You want to see?
No, we can't listen to it.
No, shit.
You take in what his answer was?
I do. I'm trying to get a fucking direct quote. Basically, he said, what is Aleppo? And then Mr. Barnacle responded in the only way possible. You're kidding me. For fuck's sake, try to find a quote here. Basically, the guy explained what it was. That was the kind of the heart of Syria, the Syrian conflict, what was happening. Okay, got it. So Mr. Johnson, our good friend, basically forgot, it seems, what Aleppo was at the time, and because it's a live TV broadcast, people have called him out on it. As usual, as always happens with politicians, the same problem we had with Bill when he was in. He said something about the Israeli state, or someone else, but he wanted us to edit.
I think he said something about
it was against Israel.
Rather
than
and
the Israeli state.
He felt like he needed to clarify that it meant the Israeli government as opposed to the Israeli people. Which should be obvious.
And I think this is one of these other fucking things, because people have heard them saying that now he's some sort of arsehole that doesn't ken anything, But he's obviously just.
But
fucking
how do you
forgotten
if he
what it was.
did just forget?
It seems like because he said, "Oh,
Maybe-
got it," and then he answered the question.
It could be quite easily the fact that he knew that the heart of the Syrian war was fought around this area. He just didn't care what the area was specifically called, and so hearing it by its name,
It could well be that as well.
It's the main city. So
people right now, because that guy had basically said, "Hey, what you're joking," sort of thing. So everybody now has it in their head that Gary Johnson is an absolute maniac that doesn't get anything.
Well, he is.
He is, kind of, in a way. I was waiting for you to jab in there, but
It doesn't surprise me that he wouldn't have ken these things. I totally believe that he didn't ken what Aleppo was. I'm curious to hear what his answer would be, because I have got no fucking idea how to fix the Syrian issue.
I listened to the video clip, and it was a while ago, but I do remember him sort of glossing over it like a politician usually does. Just saying the nice things.
Although he's a libertarian, so he'd probably just say something like, "We shouldn't be involved." So just didn't be involved.
I know he kind of glossed over it rather than kind of answering it directly, which is impossible sometimes.
Although in this situation, if that's his stance, it's maybe right. At this point, I didn't even care who's right. I didn't care who's wrong. Automatically, as someone in the UK, I should be in support of the rebels. But then seeing that the rebels include Al-Qaeda and ISIS and stuff like that, automatically makes me think that I should be on the side of the Assad regime. But then when you see their things on human rights and some of the people that are fighting for them, you're like, oh shit. And then you see the Kurdistan Workers' Party and the third group of people that are fighting, you're like, should I be supporting them? Yes, because they seem like the socialist sort of left-wing people, but they hate gay people and they've started killing gay people who are just existing, unfortunately. So I didn't really support them either. And some of the people on Assad's side didn't really like Assad. They're just fighting there because that's where they need to be.
That's one thing I noticed when you sent me this sort of list of groups and stuff like allies and all that kind of thing. There's loads of groups that have like split up, and then they start like in their own groups. And then the people that started their groups kind of split for their groups because they started to believe in someone differently. So they start another group. And then that whole fucking thing keeps going. And a lot of these kind of fucking smaller groups, like that list could have been cut way down if people have fucking just stick to what they believed in to start with, rather than change.
But they didn't care what they fucking believe in.
It's really fucking
They just keep... they keep being shoved into different fucking categories. And then they just go, I'll just fight here. This is where I'm getting the guns for. Very few of them probably have very set in beliefs. The Kurdistan Workers' Party probably have a set amount of beliefs. And then you hear the Women's Freedom Unit, or whatever the fuck it's called, are descendant from the Kurdistan Workers' Party, who are also from another allied force which is protecting... Fucking Jesus Christ!
It's quite insane going through the whole list. So, anybody that could solve that, good luck. That's.
But I reckon who's right
if
and
you
wrong.
could solve that, I'll suck your dick. By the way,
I reckon who's the good and bad guys. I reckon who's right or wrong. I'm fucking. I just didn't want to. I feel bad for anybody that needs to try and solve that crisis, because it's fucking ridiculous. You know what I feel bad for? The civilians aren't fucking involved. The ones who are trying to come in here, the refugees. And then when you hear the right wing fucking neo-Nazi cunts talking about, they should stay and fight. Fight who? Who are they fighting? Are they fighting against Assad? Are they fighting alongside Al-Qaeda and ISIS? Or are they fighting against ISIS and Al-Qaeda and fighting with Assad, who you also don't like because you're a nationalist, so you hate Assad? Or are they going to fight for the Kurdistan Workers' Party, who's a left-wing party, which you don't like because you're right-wing? So who are they fighting against? Who do you want them to fight?
We need to get somebody that's sort of moaned about the refugee crisis over here. That would maybe know somebody who's spoken to in the past, but somebody that's kind of open about it, that we shouldn't be taking them in, and just sit them down and say, right, listen, here's a list of the people. Tell us what what they do. Tell us what they do.
But they're no kin, because none of them fucking have any idea what's even happening in Syria. They just kin their Syrians. I've got no idea what's happening in Syria. No fucking idea. I could look at 100 articles, no idea what's happening in Syria. And And if you claim that you understand what's happening, you're a fucking liar. There's too much going on for you to understand what's going on. I'm done talking about this now because I'm confused.
Sorry, it's about music time anyway, man. So we'll get this track on. This is a band called Gangs. The track is called Thieves.
Tell me, what do you steal? Does it bleed? Is it real? Shove it on the back burner. Will never last for the past. You just need rock and roll. You're burning up dirty habits from the past. Blame it on the lack of cash. Stand for repeat and grow. Rebel stand, rebel fall. Yeah, the class will never know. You gotta fill the cup. Take a look around. Thieves are coming. Take a look around. Thieves are coming. Thieves are coming. Get down. Take a look around. Thieves are coming. Take a look around. Thieves are coming. Thieves are coming. Tonight. Officer, I know you really wanna know. The boy's gotta break the flow. Do you feel hope is last? Will it stick? Will it last? You're burning up. And how could they ever know what you feel every day? You shove it on the back burner. Will never last. Out of gas, you gotta dig it on a hole and cover it up. Take a look around. Thieves are coming. Take a look around. Thieves are coming. Thieves are coming. Get down. Take a look around, thieves are coming. Take a look around, thieves are coming. Thieves are coming tonight. Take a look around, thieves are coming. Take a look around, thieves are coming. Thieves are coming tonight. Take a look around, thieves are coming. Take a look around, thieves are coming. Thieves are coming tonight.
That was Gangs with a track called Thieves. I fucking love that tune, man. I heard that earlier on. I was like, yes.
Tonight.
That's how excited I got. I was like, yes. It's brilliant.
Tonight.
I genuinely was excited. I couldn't take the piss, man. It was good. Fantastic. Calm yourself.
Sorry, I'm
so are you ready for the shitters to be put up your fucking spine right now? You ready?
That doesn't sound nice.
No, it doesn't. I know. Are you fucking
Oh no,
ready?
it's about spiders.
No, it's a bit worse.
Snakes.
Nah, I'm just kidding. It's about winged spiders. Plague of 200 billion giant daddy longlegs heading their way. Now,
what, the actual daddy longlegs or what we call daddy longlegs?
What we call daddy longlegs plus more. Millions upon millions of the flying insects are expected to hatch out this autumn, including a giant variety from overseas. So we're actually due some 200 billion of the harmless insects which commonly head into homes are expected this year because of a warm summer and recent rain, according to charity Bug Life. Most of the crown flies hatching out are Tipula paludosa, easy. A species which is around an inch in size and it's found across the UK. But a non-native species, Tipula maxima, big in that, which has a leg span of up to 4 inches, Jesus Christ, is also spreading north because of warming temperatures. So that's fucking scary. So if anybody's worried about daddy long legs, get ready. Giant fucking spider wings bastards.
Well, our biggest spider is about 6 inches. So we already have bigger spiders than that. But this is just a flying spider.
Mm-hmm.
I'm alright with other long legs. They're fucking annoying. But seriously, the past few days have been the bane of my fucking existence.
Oh, there was one photo we used to do it.
Oh, I was lying on my bed there at night, trying to watch some TV programs, try to get to sleep and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking right in my fucking eye. This stupid daddy long legs. God, it was annoying. And of course, I'm a midget, so I couldn't reach the cunt.
Oh.
Spending about 5 minutes jumping him out my bedroom like a fucking ball bag, trying to smash it with my hat. And now I'm going to need to be fighting fucking dinosaurs at the back of it. Jesus Christ.
It's unfortunate, but it's just one of the things, man.
And moths. God. How could they get fucking in easy enough? They can't get back out.
Aye.
Stupid bastards.
Moths are super retarded. We lit a fire the other day at the back. We've got like a fire drum thing, and we've seen about 3 moths flying into the fire. Like, how fucking stupid can you be?
Tits.
That was absolutely ridiculous, man. Because you asked the question just before we started the fire.
Aye.
Will a moth seeing light, like in this dark climate, will it go into a flame? And the 3 of them fucking...
Because you said, nah, they wouldn't be that stupid.
Aye. Well, I seriously doubted moths were that stupid, but I do fucking are.
You underestimated the stupidity of
definitely,
a moth.
Man, definitely. Wow. But you see them a lot of the time just like banging their heads off fucking lamps.
Aye, but saying that, you were assuming that they only banged into light bulbs because they knew there was glass there to protect them.
Who said that? I never said that.
Well, if they aren't going to fly into fire...
It's like they just fly into light.
No, but the point is that you said they wouldn't just fly into fire. What made...
Because it was fucking boiling hot. It's fucking hot when you get there.
So there's a light bulb.
That's compared to a fucking boiling flame.
Oh, but mind, they fly quite fast. Like, flies fly too fast, right? Because you hear them banging off the wall occasionally. You're like, really? You can't control your flight. Just fly properly.
You think all the years of evolution that they'd be able to control themselves a wee bit better.
Aye. But they just smack off fucking everything.
Oh.
They want to die occasionally.
I had a wasp in the house the other day, and when I kind of flapped it outside. I think there was like a sheet of paper thing, so I like flipped it and then it went outside. So like bang. So I got one of the dishes and I just came back in and it was just like hitting off the window just for about 10 minutes. I'm like, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Stop it. Madness anyway. So that's
insects are dumb.
Insects are super dumb. So news stories, bitch. You said you've got like a couple of fucking exciting ones, so I'm quite excited.
I've got one really fucking exciting one, but it only lasts one day.
I think what you mean.
Nobody can know what I mean, but you will. So the next story is Chris Jarvis from the CBeebies series.
I did slightly hear about this. I never heard the...
It's not a series, but...
Oh, a bit like some sort of CBeebies.
He's on a CBeebies thing. I think what the show was called. I probably should have checked.
It doesn't really matter.
Stupid fuck. Anyway, he was singing about kites.
Right.
And he said fluttering cunt is what people heard. He was on a scooter in a playground with bairns. Dodgy. And it sounded like the lyrics said fluttering cunt.
Right.
And CBBC have obviously said, no, he said kite. He definitely said kite. But I listened to it, it does sound a bit like cunt.
Does it?
It does sound a bit like
cunt.
Oh
man, that's unfortunate, like...
But people were outraged about this.
Oh, okay, it's a fucking simple mistake.
But what annoyed me was this fucking cunt bitch, man. She said...
An actual cunt.
Aye, I think it was the last of that recorded the video that the Daily Mail got this way.
Oh, right.
Everybody's fucking outraged in the Daily Mail. Jesus Christ. She said when she first heard it, she started laughing because it was hilarious. But then she got outraged after thinking of her daughter saying it because of this.
Right.
So, what a nightmare.
I feel that like a lot of kids, if they heard that, wouldn't be thinking he actually said cunt, unless they heard cunt a lot around about the house, which some parents try to hide a lot of the time.
Also, why would you be outraged about her daughter saying it? She didn't say it out of spite, she just said it because she accidentally misheard somebody saying the
and she don't
cunt.
care what it means either, it depends.
And even if she does care what it means, what is this obsession with swear words being a fucking deadly serious thing?
Oh, it's mad. It's
They're
never
putting too much fucking pressure on parents to... Oh, didn't I accidentally say this word that I use in my fucking day-to-day life? So what if a parent says cunt occasionally? Not even meaning it either, just because she accidentally heard it. I do understand the outrage.
It's always been a thing for years and years for people to worry about that shit.
Mum moaned at me solidly every time I swore until the day I turned 16.
Yeah.
So one day before I was 16, fucking nightmare if I said the word cunt. But as soon as you turn 16, doesn't matter.
Oh.
What?
Like it changes.
What
that day.
fucking difference does it make?
I reckon that's a weird old tradition that we need to get rid of. Like many old traditions.
But then at the same time, I hear 8-year-olds decide like, "You're stupid cunt," and I'm like, "What? Really? Wow."
Like, calm down, kid.
What the fuck have you been watching?
You swearing?
Stop fucking swearing.
Cunt.
But then I'm like, at 8-year-old, I was probably saying cunt as well. So I do understand their obsession with how bad swearing is. Somehow made a word to be fucking worth execution.
It's a grotesque word.
So from one form of fascism of limiting speech to a Gestapo head teacher. Oh. Do you want to hear a guess at what this Gestapo head teacher has been doing?
Did he say the word cunt?
No.
He
sent kids home for not wearing the proper school uniform.
Is that no part of the thing that they do at schools?
Aye, but this guy's ridiculous. This guy is genuinely ridiculous. Right. The first story broke on the first day back at school that he sent home 50 pupils because they weren't wearing the school uniform that he had personally made a thing. He's a brand new head teacher. He's trying to make a point that he's going to make the school much better because if kids wear the proper clothes that I tell them to wear, then obviously they're going to be smarter.
Aye. I always loved that.
Love science, Fucking stupid.
I always just remember that, like, if you've been at Buckhind High School for the years, you used to make a point, no wearing school uniform, but at least wearing the clothing.
But Buckhill High School,
shades of
were
blue.
At least semi-realistic with it. They were saying that their school uniform policy is basic because the whole point of it is that people aren't wearing their special designer clothes, and then there's poorer kids there that can't afford designer clothes because at Buckhaven High School we weren't exactly rich.
But you can always tell with the trainers.
But here, some of the examples of the people that he was sending him, turns out it wasn't 50 at all, by the way.
Right.
Some of the parents have wrote in and said that's fucking bullshit. It was about 200.
Oh fuck!
So he sent him and he's every day out of the front gates and he's letting kids in one by one, and he's just not letting kids in if they're not in the proper school uniform. Here's some examples of how fucking ridiculous the cunt is. A lassie was sent home because her cardigan didn't fit the school uniform thing.
Right.
It was a black cardigan which was sold in the school store.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He said to him, he was like, fuck off, cunt.
Idiot.
Right?
Idiot.
Another lassie, she was wearing white socks instead of black socks.
Right.
So he told her to take them off. They were also bought for the school store.
Fucking hell.
And she wanted to keep them on because the shit school shoes that they make her wear hurt, and she ended up getting slices in the back of her foot.
Brilliant.
Because of the no socks thing. And he didn't send her him, he just made her feet fuck up. But again, bought from the school store, so I don't understand why they would sell stuff that isn't in the school uniform unless they're just trying to be dicks.
It seems like that's what he's trying to do.
Aye.
Assert his power.
Nah, he's a prick. Gestapo cunt.
Total prick.
Third one, this is ridiculous to me. There was a boy who had been hit by a car, just got back to school from having hip surgery, and had a doctor's note that said he wasn't allowed to wear
certain clothes.
He had to wear trainers
Aye.
because to be safe. And the school teacher said he was happy for the child to be in pain as long as they were following the rules.
Fucking
and
hell.
he was not allowed in to wearing trainers.
Fuck's sake, man.
This guy is a proper cunt. An authoritarian fucking
Is he still
bellend.
working?
He's still working. Third day in a row, he sent a lass of him. I can't remember what the fuck it was that's going to annoy me. But it was some stupid fucking... I remember what it was. It was the letter he sent home in July said you were to wear black shoes. somebody was wearing black shoes today, and he's sent them home because the black shoes had a buckle on it.
Oh, God.
God, he's a fucking... God, he's a cunt.
Absolute arse.
Let's pretend that he's perfectly justified in the bullshit rules he's making, that these kids need to wear these Why no just say, come in with the proper uniform at some point?
Aye. Give them a wee bit of warning.
Aye.
And that's what you used to do behind if you weren't wearing a school uniform.
He's
like,
punishing the bairns for a mistake that the adults have made.
Aye.
So now there's bairns that haven't been at school for 2 or 3 days now.
Shit, how old are these kids, actually?
Year 7,
Year
I reckon
7.
what that is.
Right, I've no idea.
I'm guessing first year. Year 7.
Aye, could be.
Primary 7, first year.
Aye, so it could be the parents' problem.
But still,
Aye.
the rules are ridiculous.
Amazing.
And the fact that they're still selling these clays at the school store, and he's like, nah, get him, you're shite.
God, what
You're punishing bairns that aren't getting their education because of your shite fucking rules.
No.
And you're fucking wanking at the thought of being powerful with these kids for no fucking reason. Like, what? Gestapo, I thought, right, Camden, you've got a bit too, but he's a fucking prick.
He's an arse. Ronnie Miller just said, is he Kim Jong-un?
Aye, Kim Jong cunt. Fucking.
How did I kin you were going to do that?
Because I'm predictable as fuck.
There you go. Fantastic.
Oh God, I hate this guy so much.
Right, well,
when I first heard the story, I thought, cool, he's taking the role seriously. Probably wouldn't have said him. Because they still need to get their education. Just tell them to come in the problem. But to see the rules he's fucking imposing, they've got a bell end. Right, so because I'm pissed after this, I'm going on into something else that's going to annoy me.
Quality.
Dr. Don Harper. You seen Embarrassing Bodies before?
I have, aye. Oh, right, I do know who that is.
Aye.
She's a journalist, she's no doctor.
She's a doctor.
Oh no,
Dr.
I'm
Dawn
thinking
Harper.
somebody else. Right. I was thinking Dawn Porter for some reason.
Oh.
Right.
Well, she's got a PhD in something.
Right.
She's a doctor. But I've no checked if she's a qualified GP.
Right.
She has a show on LBC Radio. And she
Is it Long Beach,
suggested...
California or something? No.
No, I don't know what it stands for.
The Snoop Dogg reference.
Cool. And somebody talked about ear problems. And Dr. Dawn Harper, the qualified doctor, suggested instead of going to your GP to get your ears syringed, you should use ear candles. Mind they hangs up with...
Oh, they fucking annoying.
Aye.
Oh, Christ. You put fire on one end
Aye.
and it sucks the...
And you stick it in your lug.
Aye.
Because nothing clears out your lugs than putting a candle on it.
We watched it was completely debunked by just a dude that tried it.
Aye.
And he wasn't even trying to debunk it.
It just put more wax in your ear.
Fucking arsehole.
Caused by putting the candle in your ear. The fact that people didn't think about this.
It's so annoying.
I've got too much wax in my ear. Let's put a candle on it.
Aye. It's like all these people hearing about the new kind of cosmetic things that women are getting done, like the multiple, like getting your face sanded because it releases pores. It's not like no in the respect that you'd be thinking like a piece of sandpaper just rubbed along the head.
You're talking about
like,
extreme exfoliating.
Aye, basically, aye. Yeah. It's
like
basically
a fucking
that
extreme
idea.
sport at this point.
And there's a kind of sponge with like loads of needles in it. You kind of get stabbed multiple millions of times.
It's like acupuncture,
and
it? For your
brings
face.
brings out the pores. There's like loads of blood.
Acupuncture for your face.
Basically, aye. It's
Acupuncture's a bullshit thing people do.
Joey Diaz gets it done quite a lot.
God, he's stupid.
He swears by it as well.
Does he? I swear at it because it's shit.
But aye, that ear candle thing is...
So this is a qualified GP, right? And to make matters worse, she apologised and said that it was suggested by a friend of hers who's an ENT surgeon.
What's that?
Ear, nose and throat surgeon.
Oh God, right. So
a fucking surgeon.
So a guy that Kinsey's talking about suggested an idiotic fucking thing.
That is terrifying. Presumably,
scary,
he's for the UK as well, but she didn't name him. The fact that NHS doctors are swearing by these fucking techniques.
Get rid of them.
Just to moan again, I was at our local chemist.
Oh yeah.
And I had a bad cold. I was trying to... I ken that cough medicines aren't meant to be taken by the NHS. Say that cough medicines aren't proven to work. They're nonsense. Just some hot lemon and honey tea, and that's about as much as a cough medicine will do you. But I was desperate, So I went in and got some soothers to help my throat a wee bit. And this fucking idiot cunt, who doesn't work there now, thankfully, told me to put Vic Vapor Rub on my feet because it'll go through your feet and into your pores. No, it fucking doesn't. God, you work in selling people medication and you didn't fucking understand how Vic Vapor Rub works.
It's the same as the other women during the Boots and Leaving. When you were like, I'm needing someone from my throat, it's a bit inflamed, could you find someone? The woman was like, oh, you could try this if you want.
Eucalyptus oil fucking... Give me some drugs, Lord. That's what I want. Some drugs.
That's it. It's a lot simpler.
Even just give me some aspirin or ibuprofen. Mm-hmm. Turns out we had ibuprofen, but I didn't ken that.
I told you that before and you dismissed me.
Aye. Because that was all I needed was something anti-inflammatory. Fucking eucalyptus oil.
I'm sure it had honey and stuff in it as well, and the leaves of a dying tree.
Well, maybe it did, but it tastes like shit, so I wasn't eating it. Rubbish.
She did say that, actually. She did say it was going to taste like shit.
Aye, it did.
But she's, well, it doesn't taste good, works better. Alright, cool, I'll just eat acid then. That'll fucking help.
Morphine tastes delicious.
Probably. It's mad.
So that's bullshit.
It tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken. So this is another story that I'll...
This is the last one, no?
No.
We're probably going to run over time, but I'm quite happy.
This has been a fun week for the last couple of... This one is ridiculous as well, though. I'm so excited. Right, so Danny Dyer got married, I think, at the weekend.
Who cares? Go.
Nobody cares. But his mum, she went home returning for the wedding to find out that her house was on fire.
Right.
And she started screaming, "Oh no, my house is on fire. Somebody find the snakes."
What?
She was worried about her snakes, right?
Oh, right.
And do you want to hear a guess at what started the fire?
Was it the snake with matches?
No, this is where it gets ridiculous. It was a lamp that
was used to fucking heat the snakes. No.
Better. It was a lamp that was used to heat her 120 cannabis plants.
Oh!
Yes!
There's a twist, bitch. That's what you need. Holy fuck, 120 plants you had?
Aye. Is worth 30 grand.
Oh yeah.
She had a massive fucking cannabis plant farm in her attic.
That is amazing.
She stays in a council estate.
I bet she never even had snakes. I bet she would just say
That's what she calls her cannabis farm.
Right.
Snakes.
There you go. That is
made that up, but I'm guessing.
Alright, totally. That is amazing.
That's amazing, eh?
That is quality.
She's Danny Dyer's mum.
Oh,
First of all, why is she still staying in a council estate?
if I was Danny Dyer's mum, I'd be high on heroin. So I'd be growing opium right now. That's what I'd be doing.
But why is she still staying in a council estate? Get
Some
her
people are just fucking happy where they are, sort of thing.
Maybe, I suppose.
Like I'm quite happy where I am. I'm putting
You're a liar.
Putting your pisser. Totally.
Why does she need 30 grand? Cannabis.
So I make some
farm.
side cash, man. Can't be taking money off the sun.
Well, she was with a 20-year-old dodgy-looking character.
Right.
Which, nobody explained.
That was the guy that handles all the
Obviously.
No, that's fantastic.
But nobody seems to be able to ken who he is. Like, everybody's just focusing on the fact it's Danny Dyer's mum.
He's the
And
snake
she
handler.
might not get her house back.
Right. No, that's amazing. I wasn't expecting that wee twist at the end.
Nah.
Because I was automatically like, it's the lights for the snakes. So,
Aye. Because
I
I was reading through it, I was like, God, this is fucking boring. Danny Dyer's mum. Who cares? Then I saw
what made you redone when you heard about Danny Dyer's mum? You were like,
it was the lamp exploded for a cannabis plant. It was just that one sentence. I was like, oh, hang on. This is much more fun than I thought it was.
That's fucking beautiful, man. I love that.
So that is fantastic. I'm actually a fan of Danny Dyer's mum now.
Fuck aye, man.
And now we're on the fucking main event, Lord.
Just to put this into fucking context for you, Craig's been talking about the story since about fucking 4 o'clock this afternoon. And
what time is it?
Oh, is this matter? Yeah, it's about 5 to... 8 minutes to 8.
Don't worry, I could hear this finished in about 3 minutes.
Right.
But it's still the most exciting story. Just what date is it, Stephen?
What is the date today? 6th of fucking... Is it?
It's the 8th.
Fucking 6th. It's the 8th, aye.
Right.
It's
a special day.
What? Just tell me.
It's Free Porn Day.
Free Porn Day.
Yes.
Right.
A bunch of different porn agencies are involved in Free Porn Day.
Right.
And they've set up a website called freepornday.com.
Nice.
And on freepornday.com you have access to the members area of about 30 or 40 different porn websites.
Shit.
And
fake taxi and that.
Eh?
Fake taxi and shit.
I reckon.
Class and couch. I shouldn't be saying that again. Reasons.
They've got a few different categories.
Mm-hmm.
They have solo and amateur girls.
I can't. Oh, no, you're just going for this for the funny categories. When you go.
They have a lesbian porn, which is produced by straight women.
Right.
That's a category of website.
That's aye.
So it's like porn produced by women.
Aye.
They have fetish stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They have gay fisting.
There you go. This is the more intense ones we're getting to. There you go.
And the Vivid X, which does a celebrity.
Aye, Vivid are the guys that do the celebrity sex tapes and stuff like that.
How do you get into that business?
Well, basically what happens is somebody does a sex tape and Vivid find out about it. I don't know exactly how that works, how they find out about the sex tapes, but I assume, due to the wonderful way that Hollywood works, that the sex tape would be uncovered, or they would just fucking sell it to make like a big news story, like Kim Kardashian done, or Ray J with that mixtape.
Well, I can
mixtape
that on this Vivid website. Obviously, I had to check a few of them out just for scientific.
I'm sure that's the Hulk Hogan things there as well.
Well, there was a China thing,
right,
and they had a description which was China wanted to make a comeback on our new porn debut or comeback debut or whatever.
That's right,
and so we decided to get the two biggest, best porn stars up our arse. I was like, oh well then, that'll be what that is then.
That's I love the descriptions of porn. It's usually that quite bad.
It's pretty fantastic.
Oh.
So special day today for the 8th of December only, September only.
Is that every year? Is that happened every year?
I reckon.
Right,
I reckon if it's an every year thing.
Well, what a night is going to be the night.
But I had no idea this even existed.
I had no idea. But
I'm so fucking glad it's today.
It's not going to not go to use.
No. So freepornday.com. Got all your porn needs. Not all porn websites are into this, by the way. Some of them just are like, geez money.
Yeah, geez money still.
But some of them are like, nah, people need porn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give the people what they want. And what we want is free porn.
There you go. So the new sponsor for the podcast every year from now on will be that. That's fucking amazing. So quality, free porn, boom.
Day.com.
Quality. I was expecting something different. I think what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that.
I feel like that's all you need.
I feel like you've just gave somebody a service right there.
I have.
You've just like basically. You've totally.
They might find a new type of porn.
You've made a lot of fucking people's day today.
They might find a new type of porn that didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. This is basically Christmas. This is what you've
essentially done. Christmas for perverts, right?
Oh, it's fucking fantastic.
And you didn't need to do a 20-minute segment on this. You could do a 2-minute segment, and that's all people need.
Oh.
Freepornday.com.
Although to be fair, there's loads of free porn anyway.
Oh,
it's just like.
But a lot of the free porn websites just hate clips from all the
the actual channels
websites.
Put them up to upload them. And
so now you've got full access to your favourite anal fisting videos.
You watch 45 minutes of the same person being fisted. Yeah. Aye.
Or China with 2 dicks up her arse.
Or China the wrestler.
Aye, who did you think?
I thought you were talking about just Chinese porn stars. Fuck's sake.
Racist.
Wow. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Good idea. So we're going to end the podcast on the free porn day.
And I'm going to go up the stairs and do more scientific research.
For letting podcast people ken that the rest of the day is going to be spent in their rooms. Yeah, that's quite fucking saddening. So we're going to end right now. So I've got a wee script written, which we're going to start keeping doing every fucking podcast. I keep forgetting. If you want to check our weekly podcasts live, usually what we do is we kind of pre-record a lot of stuff, so some things could happen at fucking random times of the day. We could be 12 o'clock in the afternoon with a gym teacher, like happens before. So sometimes that happens. So if you want to catch the weekly podcasts and live ones on Tuesdays and Fridays and any kind of random adjacent days for recording, you go to Spreaker.com/user/BTN podcast and click follow. That's all you need to do. Click follow and you'll be updated with all the stuff. And then go to btnpodcast.weebly.com for our website. It's fantastic. We keep it updated. It's brilliant. Besides the norm on YouTube, you can check challenges and kind of food reviews. Music month's coming up.
Occasionally there will be a vlog.
Well, that's it.
Which we haven't done yet.
Oh, yeah,
we tried to do one, but it failed.
We'll get there. But music month's coming up in October. I'll talk about it more as we go along, so that as we find out more happening. So it could be like fucking loads of random videos, but the challenge videos are quite funny. Just us in usual disdain and sort of kind of painful things and quite funny things happening as well.
Disgusting things.
Aye. Like stuff like what did we do the other day? The baby food challenge we just done yesterday. That'll be up in a few weeks.
There was a chunk.
Aye, there was a chunk. That is a fairly significant part of the video. It was pretty funny. So besides the norm on YouTube, check for that. Like and subscribe when you get there. If you want to check us on Facebook, add us a wee like. It's Besides the Norm Podcast on Facebook. You can get us at BTN Pod on Twitter. Or you can send us an email at besidesthenorm@gmail.com. Now I'm going to put a challenge out to you to anybody that's not listened to the podcast before. What I want you today is go to Spreaker, right, just stay us on one row because it'll take you fucking 2 minutes and you can catch us everywhere. Spreaker.com/user/BTN podcast. Click follow there. Then go to the Besides the Norm on YouTube, like and subscribe. Go to Facebook, like us on there. Go to Twitter, follow us on there. And don't bother sending us an email.
Give us some hate mail.
There you go.
Just to let us kin that you've done a hung.
There you go. Besidesthenorm@gmail.com, and we'll read them out. We'll talk about who done that next week, if that ever even happened. It'll take you 2 minutes of your fucking life. Please do it, and we'll be much and greatly cool about that. So we're away for a wank. This is the last tune. The last tune of the day is Break the Butterfly with a track called Kingdom. Peace. What did you say?
Together.
No, not together. We're just going to wank separately. The walls are quite thin as well. It's going to be awkward. So you put your
You're
headphones
making it more awkward.
Aye. This is Break the Butterfly with Kingdom. Peace.